All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome on board. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Good evening. Let's go, folks. It's going to be an exciting 1 hour of your time. I think it's going to be worthwhile. Let's give it a shot. Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you all for joining. Just ping everybody and let them know we are live right now. Let's go, people. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for making it. And I think we, we would be all better off. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Sean. Hey, Labord. Labord in the house. Hi, Gerald. Hi, Kunle. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's give everybody else under 3 minutes and we will get started, folks. Thank you. Hi, Gerald. Hi, Grace. If you don't mind, just type something, say hello. And if you don't mind, just give us a like on each. Thank you, everybody. And just to give you a heads up, folks, we shared some documents earlier on. The documents are very, very rich documents. And if you don't have access to it, not a big deal. We'll send that to you afterwards. Dolly P in the house. What's up, mentor? All right, awesome. All right, let's give everybody else another 2 minutes and we'll get the ball rolling, folks. I love that, Teddy. Myself, AI, and I. I love it. Love it. All right, this is going to be really, really fun. Fun stuff. I'm also in awe, like most of you, really. By the end of today, a lot of things we are learning together are things that, every day I just get surprised that, wow, things are changing every day. So we just want to make sure we are part of the community of the best the world has to offer. And that's what we do here, really. We maximize ourselves. Excellent. Awesome, awesome. All right. Okay. 1 minute to go. All right. Hi, Ben. Hi, Nee. Thank you. All right, all right, all right. Okay. All right, final 30 seconds and we get the ball rolling, folks. We'll keep it as efficient, fun as possible, folks. Tonight will be a very good one. Some of us will sleep and just chuckle and wonder what the hell just happened to us, all of us in this world right now. Yeah, things have changed so drastic, really. And if you're not aware, you realize that you're going to lose relevancy so quick. So we just want to be the best the world has to offer right now. All right, thank you, everybody. Let's get started. All right, thank you, everyone. All right, welcome on board, everybody. As always, a pleasure to be within our community. Thank you so much for making the time out. Happy New Year to you and your family. All right, so tonight is going to be crazy in a good way, folks. This is crazy stuff. For some of you, you've seen the materials we've shared on the topic of AI and you. It's going to be a series we'll be running for the next couple of weeks, months within our community. And strategically, we realized that it's not optional for us, really. And what we do and pride ourselves in is our team, our community are the best the world has to offer, really. And I believe if you're part of our ecosystem of knowledge, you are one of the best the world has to offer, really, in terms of your knowledge base, your relevancy, in terms of being contemporaneous in real time, and the skill, the knowledge we would keep giving to our community would be things that will make you immediately relevant. Your thought process will be different, your approach will be different, Your thinking will be different, and that is very important, really. And no shame in it. We are the best the world has to offer, really, and not because it's a bragging, but because we put the work, we put the discipline, we put the time. So naturally, it comes with that terrain of discipline and focus, really. So no shame in it. You all are the best the world has to offer. It takes a lot of discipline to keep showing up, enhancing your skill, learning every day. So take pride in it, big time. So tonight, man, oh shoot, man, it is crazy. And I'll tell you the story a little bit, then we jump into it. So a lot of research have come in, and if you remember, for some of us that have been part of our community for so long, sometime last year, probably about February, March, I think. Oh yeah, you know, um, ChatGPT came out, I believe, in November. Then one of our mentors, Demola, love to you wherever you are, Akonde, he kind of, he was the first person that actually made me know about some of these AI models. And he and I said, hey, you know what, why don't we run a training within our community? And so that was the first step towards understanding the whole concept of regenerative AI, right? So we ran a quick campaign in March or so this last year, and it was great for our community. We learned a lot from each other. But ladies and gentlemen, that was child's play. I think if I look at that video now, I'll just feel embarrassed that, oh, that was really nothing. The world has changed crazy. I don't care what area or sphere of influence you are. I'm in cyberspace, right? I love it. I enjoy it. There's a lot of AI models within cyberspace in terms of analyzing our SOC work, our knock work, our incident response, our malware analysis, so many things within that world. Crazy stuff really going on. But guess what? That is still a tip of the iceberg. So, what we're going to be doing is on a weekly basis, ladies and gentlemen, show up and just come in and learn one or two things, and you'll be amazed. Oh my God, what this whole thing has done to next week. Or let me give you a hint. In the next 2, 3 weeks, I'll show you how we can actually run a LLM, a large learning model, your own chat GPT on your desktop. You don't even need to connect to the internet. Crazy stuff. I've tested it. So there's so much crazy stuff. So tonight, if you've seen the document we shared, you guys will see that, oh boy, okay, I have two heavy ones that I think will blow most of us mind, really. At least it blew my mind, really. Because the level of work this thing has done is just crazy. So we're going to start with the simple one and fun stuff. Now, if you're on this call, if you've never used ChatGPT, no big deal. Just go to ChatGPT, Google it online, sign up for the free model. Whatever you see me use is the premium version. It's not a big fancy, it's just 20 bucks a month. And the free version is equally good, but the premium version gives you some additional stuff just because I do a lot of extra work. So I need, but you don't need it, most of us don't, probably 90%. But if you need it, no big deal, 20 bucks, but it's worth it, I think. The other tool we're going to use is a different tool, and there are so many tools out there. The nice thing about this tool, it will give you like a credit to use free for some time. Then you can decide if you want to use it. I recommend, and don't worry, just keep showing in our community. You'll see that every week we are giving you something to learn and see, oh, okay, if this works for your life, you can subscribe to those. If it's not relevant, that's no big deal. But at least you are aware that, okay, these are the things this whole thing can do. All right, so let's just jump in straight up, and you guys will see, ladies will see some of the things that I feel we, as the best in our field or striving to become the best in our field, need to quickly master and get ourselves up to speed. So let me quickly share my screen. So you all will see this. This is just crazy stuff, man. So let's take the first one. So the first one, I would say, if you guys have this document, most of you have it already, but let's just play with it a little bit and see. So we're going to learn tonight, real quick, in a jiffy. Number one, we're going to see how we can use AI in imaging, right? So just creating images, and every week I would like to do that to show you the trend in terms of different imaging right now, in terms of how you can use your screen, your static images to become lively images, simulated to do so many things, crazy stuff. And I've done that, but we're not going to do that tonight, but probably next week or in the future for sure, you'll see that too. The second thing we're going to do tonight, crazy, document analysis. Some of us have used a bit of this before, most of us have not. I used one that is very recent, the US Critical Infrastructure Security Agency for Cybersecurity came up with some new guidelines for cross sector cybersecurity performance measurement. So they can measure different performance for operation technology and enterprise IT, right? And it's a PDF documentation. For most of us in that world, you will know that we use Excel a lot. You will see the way we can make a PDF document, extract relevant information, make it create tables for us, crazy stuff. In the past, this could have taken you easily, I'll guaranteed easily a day's work. And you're going to use a tool to do it for probably 10 minutes. Crazy, right? The second thing you're going to see at the end of the day is we're going to see a tool where you can take a screenshot of anything. Let me tell you what happened today, right? Today was crazy, right? In my opinion. So I took a paper like this, right? And I said, okay, let me simulate something. So I said, okay, let me simulate a land business. And I said, okay, I drew something, and you guys will see it in a bit. I drew it on the paper, and I took a picture with my camera and said, okay, yeah, I've drawn it. So I took my camera and I took a picture. I uploaded it to this tool. The freaking tool turned it into a software. Automatically, it was running automatically on my screen. Man, my mind was just blown. This is crazy stuff. Crazy to the core. I mean, I just sketched it and it turned it into a real life application. Crazy. You guys will see it tonight also. Man, the world has changed. So, really, then the final one we're going to do today is just think about this, right? Imagine and simulate and think in your mind that, okay, most of us, we have projects we are working on. You want to do architectural design, you want to do planning, you want to do stuff. Imagine you just thinking and saying, okay, I want to buy 20 acre of land and use this land to build an event center in a rocky mountain with tennis courts, with buildings, with hotels, with good road network, with a little bit of you know, bungee jumping, whatever you want to do. Imagine you typing and simulating that within 40 acre and asking these tools, image tools, to simulate it for you in real time. Crazy stuff. You'll see some of those tonight also. So, whatever your imagination is, these tools allow you to just stretch that imagination, right? And it's just a tip of the iceberg. There's crazy stuff right now. But let's just get into the weeds of it. So, we can do a few of them. If you don't have this document, don't stress it. We'll send the document to you. It's available in our community already. And, our commitment is our folks are going to be the smartest, the best the world has to offer in terms of our capacity and our knowledge base. You know, it's work. We put the work, the discipline, but that's the power of mentorship, right? You don't need to go through the stress. Let our community and other folks that are already working, sharing their knowledge, and we just share it. You take advantage of it, leverage it at your work, leverage it in your life, and be the best version of yourself, really, right now. Okay, let's go to the first one. This is crazy cool stuff. Let's take the first one, right? And for those of you that use ChatGPT already, this is very, very straightforward. So, what I'm going to do is that, and I'll copy the prompt into our, if you have access, you can check. I'll copy the prompt into the chat boxes. So for some of you, you can just go ahead and use it. If you have the document already, please just go ahead and use the document and just see a little bit of fun magic, I would say. It's just some good fun stuff. So let's just start with the first one real quick. I'll copy that prompt. Just go ahead and copy it. It's already ready for you all. Just copy it. That's all we need. And you guys will see what this looks like when I put it in the prompt. So let me share my chat GPT screen real quick and you all can see it. It's just going to be a working fun session, folks. So let me go and share this, for example. So let's go to this. So if you guys notice, just come here. So go to this thing called DAL-E. If you have access to the premium version, DAL-E. Now, if you don't have access to the premium version, don't stress it. You have ChatGPT. You can just have an idea of what this looks like. You can always watch this video, no big deal at all. So what we need to do is I just copied and pasted that same thing. Now, in my case, I said 100 acre land. I put, the terrain. I said I want commercial real estate. You know, let me make it fun so that you guys don't see what's in the diagram. I will just change this and say envision a place with multiple fields for games such as soccer, football, swimming, and lawn tennis. All right. So I'm just simulating this. Now, why is this important for those of us that are in some kind of real estate business? Imagine in the past you have to think of architect doing it. Of course, they still have to do it, right? But the first initial visuals, this is so good to give you an idea, to stretch your imagination and give you some insight into what this could look like, right? It doesn't mean that's what it is. You still have to go through your architect. I don't think I've seen any tool that will go to that level of dimension yet, like your AutoCAD level. But this will give you like a basic visual, right? Which is amazing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you can see my screen here, it has given us two different versions, just showing me swimming pools, football pitches. So you can see the simulation to kind of give you like a vision, which is just amazing in my opinion. Let me go to another second one so that we can just see some of those. So another one that I thought was really cool, and some of us can quickly take advantage of this also, is the second one talks about, let's go to another quick one. This one, the prompt is all right. So for some of us that are fashionistas, we like to look cool. And anyone on this call tonight, I hope by the end of tonight you can make look cool for your spouses, your uh, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, to make you all look a little bit super fancy. But let me show you what this is all about, right? I will show you real quick. Let's go back and share the screen. All right, share the screen. Oh, am I sharing? Wait, where am I? Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. So imagine me, you have some nice outfit, and you're thinking, I want to make, I want a combination to kind of make me look cool, so I will just give myself a profile. So, you're going out and you're thinking, okay, does this outfit match? Just put a profile of yourself and your look and what you're looking for, and ask it to give you some options. Really, let me just quickly copy it again so that that can make sense. You copy this. I said, show a 5 feet, um, 7-inch black female, cool with fine white beard with orange pants. Um, what are multiple t-shirts and shoe? Just kind of give me. I would say, just say show multiple shirts, t-shirt, and whatever combination. This thing will just give you some variation of things you can make yourself out actually fit yourself. Really, that's what it is. You're just creating fashion for yourself. Now, for my designers, I'm not saying they are taking your job, but this is really styling you. That's what it is, really. So now nobody has any reason to be weird looking because you can actually style yourself. You can do the same thing for a female, that's for male. I can come here and do the same thing for a female and say, for a female with braids, blah, blah, blah. Let me make this second one also. So you can see this. This is crazy. So look at the combination. This is just amazing, you know? So you can style yourself, right? I know for somebody, they will say, well, that's vanity, styling yourself. Good, good. But the bottom line is, we have a living engine to make you also look good. That is amazing, really. Let me take another one real quick. All right, just to show you the vanity side before we get into some other piece of. But I guess if this makes sense to you, give me some thumbs up. Just give me your. What do you think? Give me some comments around this. What do you guys think about this in general? Looking at this, that you have a tool that can actually style you. What do you all think? I mean, think about that for a second. In the past, this was something we would have to check Google, and you have to start looking for different variations. But I mean, it's crazy right now because you can just style yourself. You know, um, I've been using it for a while to style myself, really. So I know I mean, it's cool because you can think of any color combination and see if it makes sense or not. It's just amazing, really. Okay. All right, let's go to another one now. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this part of it, believe it or not, this is mind blowing. Let me explain real quick so you would appreciate it. Let me show you this document real quick. This document you're looking at, ladies and gentlemen, this document is from the Critical Infrastructure Security Agency in the US. This is a big deal. This documentation is one of those documents that um, all over the world people adopt and use it. It's very important documentation. It's just to say how do we measure performance goals for cybersecurity environment in both the operation technology side and the enterprise IT side, right? My old role, I used to be the OT lead of a global consulting firm, right? And this was a huge gap that we didn't see that, okay, a benchmark process outside of some other standard like 62443, but we didn't have like a consistent baseline to say, well, this is for OT necessarily. But with this CPG, they did not ignore OT. They included enterprise IT with OT also, which is awesome, right? Okay. So somebody's asking me, well, why do I care about this? Now look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Looking at this on its own, it looks a little bit wonky. Okay, what is this? Okay, yeah, okay, good, good report, nice. But honestly, from an actionable point of view, if I need to use this actionable wise, this on its own, how do I actionize this? Right? Yes, you can say I'll print this document and start, assessing my clients. But guess what? It's a little bit very weird for me. So guess what, ladies and gentlemen? What about if we break this into an Excel documentation? That would be super awesome. And that's what we're going to do tonight. Look at what we're going to do simple. What we're going to do is simple. We go to ChatGPT real quick, which I'll show you all real quick. I will do that. We come here. I'll go to, now we're going to use a different tool. We're going to use this called data analysis here. All right. This data analysis, let me be sure I'm sharing the screen real quick. Oh, okay. I think I need to shift to that screen back. Okay. Let me go back here. All right. Let me get back here. Okay. So, all right. Give me 1 second. Okay, yeah, I think we are good. So in data analysis here, we just go to the clip here and we attach this document, the same document I showed you. Then, ladies and gentlemen, just go and copy the prompt I provided in the document. Just copy and paste that prompt. See what that prompt looks like. And I just put the prompt together. All I did was that I just prompted and said, for from page 9, analyze and put in table format, putting it in columns. I kind of just played around it, right? So that it makes sense for, I want it to be in table format. That's the bottom line for me. So this is analyzing that documentation right now. It's just analyzing it and breaking down everything into a format that is much more easy for me to use in real time personally, right? So look at what's going on right now. This thing is developing it into tables. It's breaking it down into different domain areas, the control reference, the outcome. That same document that was in that weird form, it's giving me in a format that makes sense now. Now, it gave me one. Now I can ask it, continue. Now, this is where because some of this data takes a while to analyze it. So when you say continue, to just go to the next one, right? So it's taking its time. But you know what? Compared to me going to do it for, a whole day, this thing will do it in 10 minutes because I'm just asking it to do it one at a time. And honestly, most of the time I may be done in 10 minutes or less than that. And I have a full-fledged look at it's even going faster now, right? This is crazy stuff. So that PDF document, it has extracted everything into a table format. Now, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, all I need to do is come here, right? I can copy and paste this into Excel. That's all. I have a table. This is crazy stuff, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll tell you this real life. This actually happened to me. When this standard came out, I was I started doing it manually. Then it occurred to me that wait a minute, the last I checked, I learned there was AI, right? Then I said to myself, you know what? I bet there's an easy way to do this. And I just went to use AI. Of course, I played with the prompt a little bit. Always remember, just take a few minutes to play with the prompt. If you do vanilla by just slamming it, don't be slothful about it. Just spend 5 minutes to think about the scenario before you throw it out there. So that's what I did. And I was surprised that, oh my God, what I was planning for, actually, I was at the point I realized, okay, this is a lot of work. I said, okay, I'm going to send this to my team to help me to work on it, right? And so I was thinking, well, to take a day to get it done. To my surprise, what I was thinking to take a day that I'll get it the next day, I said, well, let me try myself. And I did it for 10 minutes. Crazy. That's crazy stuff. Imagine you thinking, planning for a day for a task, and you said, let me try this. And you now did it for about 15. This is crazy stuff. 15 minutes, like, ooh, it freed 8 hours of my time. Crazy. So, so never underestimate the power. If you have documents, you have whatever document, PDF, PowerPoint, whatever it is, think and say, can you analyze it better than this data point AI? Probably not. You can't. So exploit some of our folks here. I know one of our mentors, Dolly P, is on the call, and he has used this extensively for most of his projects. He does a lot of data analytic work around governance. So, I can imagine someone like him, he uses it heavy. I'll probably bring him on board to show us some of the creative ways he has used it too in the past. But it's amazing. So exploit, 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 keep exploring. That's a big one. Somebody said, "What's the name of the AI tool used?" So this AI tool is actually part of ChatGPT. Is the DAL E? It's one of the functions there, so you can just leverage it big time. Okay, and you can see it here. We have the Explore Data Analyst. Then, sorry, I take that back. This one we just did was the Data Analyst tool. There's the DAL E, was the one we used for the images earlier on. All right, and there's so much. Gosh, man, there's too much. There's too much these tools can do, really. The goal at the end of the day is always think in your mind and say, what are some use cases? What we try to do is, I think and say, which of these use cases could we find ourselves needing? And in my case, anything you see me use are things I've had a need for in part of our project in our community or my personal use. So, and that's the way I look at it. Okay, let's see real use cases. Why we need this? Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, let's go to the next one real quick. All right, all right, all right. This is awesome. All right, let's go to the next one. Um, all right. So, all right, cool. So yeah, you can see, and everybody, you have access to this document. We put the document together as a reference. Just leverage it, use it as a guide if it helps. For most of us, we play around, but at least this would be like a guide to play with to give you some structure. This is the one to analyze the document. You can use this prompt. The link to the download is there for those of us in cyber world. Use that, and it doesn't have to be cyber. It could be any other, field, product, clinical research, project management, whatever it is. You can analyze documents effectively and put the right prompt. Don't be jumpy. It might give you result, but do a QC on the result to just check it a little bit to make sure it gives you the right information. Okay. Spend that 5 minutes to just double check if you need to adjust the prompt a little bit. Okay. Just make sure you do that. All right. So this is, I think we get the gist. Now, this is the one that blew my mind. Let's talk about this real quick. So this one, this I used today actually. I discovered this about a week ago or so. It's called screenshot code. All right. So what this tool does is crazy. You can think of anything, right? And you can, in my case, I thought about it today actually. I just said, you know what? Um, what about if I tried it with different things, real life tools on the web. I took a screenshot and it built a code around it. Fine. But I said, you know what? That's straightforward. What about if I drew something on my paper and take a picture of it and see if this damn tool is going to build something. Honestly, I was shocked. As we say in Africa now, we say it shocked you. Yeah, in my case, it shocked me, right? So I was shocked, to be honest. I was just, oh, this is crazy stuff because, man, in my mind, I was kind of chuckling that, okay, let me see this damn fool. If it's going to do it now, all this big talk, let me draw something myself. I was thinking in my mind that, okay, it will be a little more complex. Let me draw it. It will take a while for this thing to identify my drawing, my writing for a start. Anyway, but okay, the, the guy shocked me. Really, I was just dumbfounded at this guy. Okay, look at my drawing. You guys can see that it wasn't fancy. All I did was I said graph, I put option, I put pie chart, I just made it crazy. I said, okay, lot size 50, price 10,000, total 50,000. And I now uploaded it into this image right here. The next thing to my shock was this thing first, it built a solution immediately. Then I said, okay, all right. Then tried to kind of play around it. I realized it did not function the way I was thinking. Ah, ha, ha. I thought I got it. Then guess what? Under it popped up an AI prompt that said, give me some instruction on what to do with these buttons. To my surprise, I just gave some simple instruction and the freaking button started working. It has a code. I can download that code and build now, right now, from a sketch. So you can sketch anything and have it to build an application for you. So if it's in your mind, you sketch it, you upload it, take the screenshot, it turns it into a tool. That is so crazy. That is crazy. So we'll do that in real time so you guys can see what I mean. Okay. So let me just share my screen so you guys will see what I mean so you can have a little bit of more appreciation of it. But for me, I don't know about you all, but man, for me, that blew my mind, man. I was saying, oh, this is all right, this is just way too much to even think about really in my head. That, ooh, this crazy stuff. And that was the way I felt about it. That man, this is crazy, really crazy. All right, let me show you what this is about, right? So let's give a real life example. So I'm going to go to screenshot code. Now, if you register there, it will give you, I believe, some credit to use. In my case, I got the credit, then I think I extended it for a few extra tickets or something like that, just for the heck of it, right? So in my case now, let me just show you the one I think I got the screenshot of. Let me see if this was it. Let me see if this was it. Okay, this is it. Yeah. So I got the screenshot. I think, yeah, I got the screenshot. It might not give me everything, but let's see what it gives me. So this is the screenshot, and look at what's going on right here. It's just automatically developing code for me. It's scanning this here on the side, and look at it generating code. This is crazy stuff, people. This is this is mad. This is crazy stuff. I mean, this is crazy. You know, I mean, and you see it's still generating. You can see it here generating right now. Okay, all right. Look at what's going on. Ha ha ha. It's even giving me pie chart, right? Okay, so yeah. Okay, so look at what I'm gonna do. So let me first say I change it to 20. Okay, it's not changing, right? Okay, no problem. So I'm just gonna give a prompt here, and I'll say for lot size. And if you guys go to the screen to the document we have, you could see I have a prompt there already that we can use. Let me see if I have it. So you can just give the prompt and say, I use, let me see the comment I used there. I said, so you can tell AI what we want it to do, you know, make the total price change based on size and price. Okay, make the total price. I can say, make the total price change based on a lot size multiplied by price. All right. So let's see that for a second. So it will update it and automatically start making the static image become logical. That is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. So now, if I change this number now, it would start recognizing it immediately. You'll see what I mean in a bit. So yeah, let me put, if I change this to 20 now, 20. Look at what's going on. It's changing now. It has recognized the logic based on what I typed. Boy, that is crazy, people. And now I can actually say, um, I mean, this is just crazy. You can do anything. You can say, I can say for other graph for the uh graph, make it show a line graph. And I'll click update. So you get the gist, ladies and gentlemen. So the bottom line is, if you're not a coder, don't stress it, because all you need to do, take a screenshot. You can actually build a solution. That is crazy. That is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. That is crazy. But that's what's going on right now. I just took a picture with my phone and I uploaded it to a tool, screenshot, and it's building a solution, right? So that is for that. Now I can somebody type something on the chat and just tell me, let's make sure it's the community one. Give me a site you like. Anybody can give me a site, you know? Can somebody give me a site they like? Any site you like. So let's play with one of our real sites. Somebody should use their own real site. Let's see. A site you like. Oh, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. I think I was not sharing the was I sharing with you guys? Was I sharing the right screen? Okay, let me share it again just to make sure we are sharing the right one. Let's share it again. All right, let me make sure we share the right thing. Let's go back. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, look at what just happened here. You can come here, put any number. The whole thing is changing based on the number you put. You know, you can play with the graph. You can make it do a lot of things. Based on what your prompt is, right? And you can check the mobile version, how it will look on mobile. You can actually download the code if you want to. But that's the gist of it. Can somebody give me a website they like so I can use that as another, the final one before we just tell me a website you like. Anybody? Oh, somebody, sorry, you didn't see my screen earlier, but this is what the screen looks like. Sorry about that. So you could see this is what I was doing before. All I did was I just played with putting, different variables there, and that's it. I mean, this is the desktop version. Now you can see if I change this lot to 20, it's changing the variables. I can make my AI tool to do anything here. I can say, you know what, let's say price, for the price, add dollar sign. Just an example. So you see that come up right now. You will see that. So you can customize it with words, and it will recognize the logic, which is crazy, people. Let's see if that shows. Perfect. You can see it's showing dollar sign now, which was not there before. So that is crazy. But that's the gist about that, really. All right, let's see. Can somebody share a site they like so we can use that? Okay, somebody says Sephora. Sephora. Okay, let's try Sephora. Somebody says Sephora. Let's try Sephora website. Sephora. All right. I like that. All right. Let's see. Okay. So look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Ha 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 ha. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, my designer people. Let's go to Sephora site. Let me share the screen to make sure we see the Sephora site. All right, let's go to Sephora site. So you guys will see what's going to happen here. So I go to Sephora, right? So what I would do here, ladies and gentlemen, is I will take a screenshot of this Sephora site, right? So this is a little bit different, but I think it will still show us something. I'll take the screenshot and I'll save it. That's a good one. Now, of course, we will need some more prompt on this one, but it will still do what we need. You guys will see it in real time. All right, so we've taken Sephora. So you guys will see in a second. Let me go. All right. So now let's go back to our tool. All right. So let's go back to share our tool. Okay. So here we are, right? Let me refresh and just get us out of here. Okay. So you guys can see now I'm going to go pick the screenshot I took for Sephora. Okay. So you guys will see I'll take that screenshot, Sephora. Let me see if you guys are seeing my screen. Yep. So you can see it's scanning Sephora right now, right? The code is running right now. It's scanning the Sephora website. It's automatically building script around Sephora. Now you can see. Can you guys see what's going on right now? This tool is building. Yeah, it's building. Of course, we can make changes. We can enhance it. But for most developers, it's a starting point. You can now enhance it to what you want, and but you can see. Look at the logic. It's already there. Yeah, it's still working. So really you're replicating or you're cloning a website. That's what you're doing right now, right? So you can introduce the logic, you can, say whatever you want to put there, you can put more information for each of those areas, right? You can say for let me say for the art sign, make it active when selected. Right. So I put that just to see if that can easily, quickly be done while we are still. So you can imagine you could make a lot of enhancements, you know, um, to kind of toggle and do a lot of things here. Yeah. And it's updating. Let's see what it gives us. Okay. Another thing, actually, I just realized you can actually use a URL also. I didn't even know you could do that, but let's see if we can actually do that. That would be crazy. I didn't know you could actually do that. So you can actually put the URL instead of that. Uh, oh, okay, okay. Well, with that, okay, that's different. With that, you would need to put the API key. We're not going to do that tonight, but we get the gist, right? So for a developer, you can easily, this is like a gold mine for a developer that wants to really quickly have a feel of, what to do in a website, you know? Okay, cool, 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 cool. Let me see comments. Let's see what you guys think about this. Okay, I like that. Somebody said, how about copyright? Fair point. Most people, let me ask you, do you think most sites are built from scratch? No. People use different framework, right? People use different guidelines. Of course, you have to be mindful of copyright, but the truth is that the templates are there already. A lot of e-commerce templates, training templates, any kind of template is there today. As a matter of fact, there are tools that will just build everything once for you anyway. So it's not like anything we are doing is totally out of ordinary, right? So there's a lot out there already. So anyone fighting to say, "Oh, you are replicate or you are cloning me," is just it's a waste of your time because yes, they will clone you. Those tools can clone anything. That's the reality of it, and they will make our life more efficient and quicker to execute. As a matter of fact, within our community, we are building a similar, and you guys will see it probably in a few weeks or days. We have our own solution also that would show AI mostly in the cybersecurity space and product development space, where you see all the new AI tools within our community consolidated. So that's part of our projects right now. That's a big deal that we can leverage immediately. Um, The other thing is that I know most of you must have seen, we talked about this a while back. On Saturday, a lot of you will be on the call, Vision to Action. Don't miss it for anything. The beautiful thing is this, ladies and gentlemen, you're part of a community of people that we don't know each other, a lot of us, but we have one thing in common. We want the best for each other. That's it. Want you to maximize yourself. Just want to be a little footnote in your story of greatness. That's all we can control, really. And we challenge each other. We bring the best out of each other. Join us. Share this crazy. I think it's so important. At the end of the day, um, if we don't set the tone, write it down, and be focused. The beautiful thing about the Vision to Action program also is that there's accountability. So it's not like, okay, well, yeah, I'm just writing my vision board, which we all do. It's different. You'll be attached to 7 people that you guys will do life together for the year. We are not saying we are intruding on each other's personal space. No, we're just saying, how is it coming? How can we help? What can we do? Is it going well? We just want folks to support your dreams and make it come to pass too. We all have those goals. So be part of it. Make sure you're part of it. It's going to be 12 to 1:30 on Saturday Central Time. And I think I sent the link already, but let me send the link again so that we can all have access to it. Make sure, um, for some of us, we've done it already. We've had some vision boarding or whatever you've done, it's fine. But honestly, I think this is going to be a transformational one. Our model is 3-3 vision. The 3-3 model is simple for us. The big three is going to be the large goals you have, the medium, and the small. The large ones will be the ones we need you. You have to go through it weekly. Every day, you have to go through it every day and say, okay, for my large goals, what's going on today? What's going on today. A large goal might be, hey, before the end of the year, I need to get a cybersecurity job, a GRC job, a product job, a CRA job, a project manager, whatever your goal is. I need to start a business. The goal is daily. Are you making a call? Are you sending text? Whatever it is, we just work on that together, right? The weekly ones will be different also. It will be a great way to kind of medium will be weekly things. Then the little goals will be things that it's okay. You don't have to. But I can't wait to see you all there. It will be great. It's going to be Saturday, 12 to 1:30 p.m. So make sure you're part of it. Then the final thing again is I know for most of us have asked me back and forth also for the upcoming cyber GRC class. For most of us have in the midst of the craziness in the economy and all that, one of the things we're going to leverage next week is going to be good is the use of AI to even scan jobs. So we'll talk a little bit about that next week to see how we can leverage AI for job application because I think it's the way right now. So we're going to research, leverage it as much as possible for our community to maximize it. And next week we have information session also around GRC. Some of you have asked about that. The next class that kicks off January 13th. Looking forward to that too. It's going to cover all the non-technical side of cybersecurity, risk assessment, third-party risk. Now, one beautiful thing we just introduced is NextSIP. NextSIP is a regulation around critical infrastructure like your grid, power stations, right? So now it's part of our program. We're going to teach it, have projects on it so that when you apply, you can apply for a next SIP analyst role. And one of our mentors, I'm sure is probably here too, Yusuf, he and I spoke about it a while back. He and I will take that topic together also. So we can maximize and leverage that within our community also. So a lot of things to come. One thing we commit to you this year for sure is it's going to be different. Now, another thing, oh, so much great stuff is within our community we have you know a technical training in cyber that will be coming up. We've partnered with some solid folks. I used to work with them in Tel Aviv, Israel, and they're amazing in cybersecurity. You guys know about cyber, right? And we're going to be working on defense and offense, so penetration testing, malware analysis, a lot of great stuff. It will be for every one of us. I think I recommend. At the minimum, just have the technical knowledge for yourself, basic at least for a start. So I think it's going to be a big one. Another thing I encourage us as a community is every one of us make it a goal. Hopefully, it's part of your goal. Attend a conference this year. I'll be promoting conferences that I think are good. You can make up your mind if you want to attend them. But you'll see me share conferences that are coming. I recommend it a lot. The easiest way to grow as a professional and be the best in your field is simple. Go to live conferences because this is where all the new solutions and technology are coming together. So make sure you're part of it. Very important, for us. Please, before we go, I know we have 10 minutes to go. Before we go, please do us a favor. Can you just like our page so that more people can see this and we can share with more people within our community? And for some of us, we have the group called the ROM team. It's a group for people that like to read, and we share ebooks. Every week, we share one book, we summarize a book. Imagine this, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine you having one skill set every week from getting knowledge from a book. Imagine that for the next 52 weeks. Nothing is perfect, but the truth is that I think with that, for most of us, I think that will be a huge, huge turning point. Just because, one idea can change the world. So imagine you having potentially 52 ideas between January to December, because you're part of a club that reads summary of a book weekly. The summary I'll tell you every week for some of us that are already in the ROM club, some of them is less than 3 minutes. Now, I'll be honest with you, my Phil. If you can't commit 3 minutes to read a book, then I think we should be concerned. I am worried, really. If you cannot commit 3 minutes to read a book, then that's a problem already. So I just shared the vision to action to the chat group. Please register there. That is amazing. Make sure you're part of it. I'm also going to share a resource page. This is so important. There are so many books we've put together for our community that I know we can always Google ChatGPT and find books and all that. But honestly, sometimes it makes sense to have it aggregated, things that are relevant so you don't waste your time having to filter many things. And that's what we've done. That's the value we bring, really. We don't want to waste your time. You know, um, we just put the work, put the time, and make the best out of it, folks. That's all we can do. Let me see the final one. Oh, I have somebody on the call. Yeah, Emeka Eluka. Emeka, amazing, amazing, Emeka. Thank you, brother. Amazing, amazing. Emeka is a luminary in our community. He helps us big time as professionals. If you are thinking of land purchase, thinking of real estate, farm, stuff like that, amazing resource there too. The other thing is, please keep showing up. Half of the battle, in my opinion, is we showing up. Just keep showing up. Keep adding value daily. As Emeka always tell us in that community, he said, we just want a little increment of success. Let's be better than our last version. Hopefully, I've made you better in the last 50 minutes. All right. And, always remember impossible is nothing. Lift somebody else up. You know, um, the blessing is not just for us all, but let's find one or two people. Bring them on board to the vision to action too. To be honest, for that is so dear to my heart right now because I can imagine you and I helping somebody to make their dream come true. Because most of us, all we need is a little bit of push. Honestly, life is already cruel for most of us, right? A little push can make a difference in our lives. That's all. I mean, at times it's not a lot that we all need. I just want someone to believe in my dream too. That's all. And I hope one of us could be that for each other. That's all. Nothing is perfect, but imagine every one of us writing our story and just remembering, you know what? Those guys were part of the folks that helped me. A lot of you on this call have been very instrumental to me professionally and in other space of my life too. I can call a few. Dolly P, for sure. And a lot of other great folks, great minds that have been part of my professional life as a professional, really. So you just never know. Bring someone else and let them just come and write their vision. And the beautiful thing is not just writing the vision, but keeping them accountable. Most of us don't like that part of it, right? So we don't play games here. I'm sure you know by now, right? We are practical, we work hard, we believe in excellence, we push each other to greatness, but also we are not mediocres here. To be the best in the world, you got to put the work, you got to put the time, the discipline, excellence. Your mindset must be excellence. Take pride in your work. Very important. So be very thoughtful about stuff. Don't be casual because the universe notice when there's excellence, really, because you go the extra mile, you put extra effort. It's not always going to be perfect, but we try. That's what we can do. Above all, I wish you Godspeed. Happy New Year. Let's make this the best year ever, folks. Thank you for being part of our community. Let's do the same thing next week. Let's keep shining. God bless everybody. Let's go.